Finding the next college football coach to win his first national championship requires looking beyond hype and focusing on patterns from the past. Only a handful of active coaches, Kirby Smart, Dabo Swinney, and Ryan Day, have already done it, leaving the question of who might be next wide open. History offers clues. 16 coaches have won their first title since the BCS era began in 1998, and all came from schools now in the Power Four conferences or Notre Dame. None were true rebuilders, their programs had winning seasons before their breakthrough, often reaching double-digit victories. That rules out a large pool of current coaches whose recent records don't match the pattern. First-year coaches rarely strike gold, with Miami's Larry Coker the lone exception, inheriting a powerhouse. Second-year leaders, however, have fared better. Names like Bob Stoops and Urban Meyer turned early tenures into titles. Another key trend. The vast majority of champions coached preseason top 25 teams, and their career winning percentages hovered near .684 before the breakthrough. Applying these filters narrows the current contenders to a small group. Kalen DeBoer at Alabama, Brian Kelly at LSU, Lane Kiffin at Ole Miss, Josh Heupel at Tennessee, Dan Lanning at Oregon, James Franklin at Penn State, Curt Cignetti at Indiana, Marcus Freeman at Notre Dame, and Rhett Lashlee at SMU all fit the statistical mold. Some, like DeBoer, Kelly, Lanning, Franklin, and Freeman, lead teams already viewed as top 10 threats. Others, Kiffin, Heupel, Cignetti, and Lashlee, may be longer shots this season but are trending upward and could break through in future years. The coaching carousel could also shift the equation, especially at high-profile programs like Oklahoma. Notably missing from the list is Texas coach Steve Sarkisian, whose career winning percentage falls short of the guideline despite consecutive playoff semi-final appearances and a preseason #1 ranking. With Arch Manning at quarterback, Sarkisian could defy precedent much like Ed Orgeron did at LSU with Joe Burrow. Michigan's Sherrone Moore also barely misses the cut based on official records, though his interim success last year and an elite roster suggest he's closer to contention than the numbers indicate. If common sense is blended with strict data, a revised group might swap in Sarkisian and Moore for some of the statistical long shots, creating a lineup of proven winners poised to break through. But in the rapidly changing landscape of NIL and transfer portal power, money and roster depth may prove just as decisive as coaching history, making Texas and similar programs prime hunting grounds for the sport's next first-time champion.